Young Tin Good evening, my name is Sonny Young and my name's last on the ballot. I grew up in Toronto. I have actually attended public school all the way from kindergarten to OAC. I completed my high school diploma in 1994. So I'm age 37. I'm the age of a lot of the parents that have young children in elementary school. I still have a full head of hair and I can relate to young people. My platform is on my candidate card. It's this red and blue one. It talks about educational excellence for the students. It talks about having more programs. It talks about fiscal responsibility. We know that there's issues downtown of lower population, so they may have to close schools, but oppose the community hub model. The one that we have here in Scarborough Asian Court, Timothy Eaton Business and Technical School, is now a community hub, and we can replicate that in other parts of the city. I myself studied in university. I have a business degree. I have a Bachelor of Commerce and a minor in finance. And I will look carefully at the numbers because there is, in fact, a $85, $86 million deficit. So it's important to do that. On other issues, I'm opposed to cutting support staff. I support Afrocentric schools because within the black community, the dropout rate's 39, 40%. I'm opposed to Don Drummond's report and the cuts there. Like, it doesn't make sense because we should be investing in the future. And I'm also supportive of educating people on bullying. For example, yesterday I was waiting for a volunteer and this scruffy looking guy with an English accent approached me and my volunteer and accused us of touching another candidate's literature, the guy with the other big red signs. And I said, well, I didn't do that. And he insisted on calling the police because, oh, you can't touch the literature, yet his literature touched, government mail. So in a democracy, we're allowed to deliver our cards and so forth. I said, go ahead, call the police, but he didn't. So later on, my mother, who was the volunteer, was confronted by this candidate and a couple volunteers, and this really upset me. But as a Christian, I turned the other cheek because I believe in being a spiritual person. So when I speak to the young people, I'll talk about love, joy, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, because against such things there is no law. So it's important that we look at anti-bullying education and programs, because there's even stuff happening online. They call it cyberbullying, so it's important to look at that. Lastly, another issue that always comes up is how do we engage young people? They've called into the radio show and so forth, the television show in fact, and they need to get involved. There needs to be engagement. I myself, I'm a younger person, I can relate to them, I know the way they think about popular culture, and I will go out to the 4 high schools and give speeches to encourage them, to inspire them, to hope for the future, and that is my campaign. Thank you.